John McHale, United Kingdom, joined ActionCOACH in 2014. Prior to joining ActionCOACH, I used to work in manufacturing. So I spent 20 years with the Tata Group, mostly in the steel industry. While I was looking to leave, I was getting executive coached, and the coach I was working with knew that my future lay outside. So I started looking to see what else was available. I'd spent a lot of time developing people and teams. And on the back of that, I looked to see if there's something I could do on my own, or was there a vehicle I could piggyback on the back of. So I probably had 12 months looking at different organisations. One of those was ActionCOACH, which I discovered through one of the things I was looking at online. Once I left, I did a lot more digging and went down for Discovery Day at ActionCOACH headquarters in the UK, brought my wife with me. And as we jumped in the car to drive home again, we both looked at each other and said, why would we not? And so here I am 10 years later, still doing ActionCOACH. ActionCOACH has changed my life immeasurably. I am recording this. I'm by the side of the Adriatic Sea in Croatia at Global Conference. Global Conference every year, different places to go all around the world. Would I have had access to do that in my corporate life? Well, I've only had 6 weeks holidays maximum in my corporate life. Now, with my lifestyle, I can actually choose to go away when I want and wherever I want. So in that respect, it's changed my life. I also earn way more now than I used to in my corporate life, and I've got the flexibility of being able to go and come and go as I please. So it's changed my life dramatically. One of the success stories is probably my longest standing client. So these mother and two daughters called the Tillits Girls, as everybody refers to them. So they have Tillits. It's a female fashion company in the UK. Started with them in 2015, so now in year 9. And in that time, they are now 12 times the size they were when we first started with them. They're now a multi-million-pound organisation. I still see them every Thursday, and Mum and the two daughters are exactly the same people as they were when I first met them. They're fabulous. The best part of being a coach, to my mind at least, is the impact that you have on other people. I don't think I realised just what the impact was going to be. I do remember my wife used to be a head teacher and a teacher. And one day I came in and she was sat at the dining room table and she was crying. And she had lots of chocolate and wine and flowers on the table. It was the last day of term, so all the children had brought gifts. But she was reading the letters that the parents had given to her for the impact that she'd had on their children. And I didn't get it at the time that you could have that much impact. Several years later, when I was working with a client, difficult time, 4 hours at their house in an evening. I didn't leave till 11:30 in the evening. And as I was leaving, husband and wife, the wife said to me, she said, we wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for you. And I jumped in my car and I just remembered going back to that day when I went to the dining room. I saw my wife crying and thinking, wow, just don't realise the impact you can have on people. So yeah, hugely life-changing. I'm a huge fan of Jim Rohn. All the people I work with will know that I talk about Jim Rohn a lot. I tell them to look at everything from him on YouTube and just absorb as much as you can, because as you start to grow a business, then you have to grow as a person. So personal development, for me, it's changed a lot. And one of the things that he said was, work hard on your job, you'll make a living. Work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. So my self-development journey, my personal development over the last 10 years has been immense. I still read a book a week, even after 10 years. Insatiable for learning, because that personal development means I can be the best version of me that I can be, which is important because I always want to be the best version of me, so my clients can be the best version of themselves that they can be. So personal development's huge. Well, my wife's retired, so she gets to travel with me. So global conference locations are really good. It's always at this time of year, so there's that aspect of it which I'm really looking forward to. Continued professional development, really. There's 2 or 3 things that I'd still like to achieve within ActionCOACH, so they continue to drive me. So yeah, quite a few things to look forward to still. For anybody thinking about becoming a coach, think about it very hard. Research what it's all about. If after that you think it's for you, then it's probably one of the most fulfilling jobs in the world. As you start to realise the impact that you do have on other people and their families, it's a wonder to behold, because you really do get to know people very, very well. We've been to weddings of daughters and sons of the clients that we have. It really does become that close relationship. So if anybody's thinking about doing it, research it, and if it's for you, it will be one of the most fulfilling careers you've ever had.